part that was a little bit different. I've always taken a lot of risks, and I had a lot of accidents when I was a kid. When I was 1 year, 11 days old, I was a baby. I burned my house down.
Burn your house down.
So, quick story. I don't know if you remember back then, the paint was very thick, and you need to thin it with some thinner. There was this other thing. So before you paint, you had to mix them and then put the paint. There was this guy painting the garage in my parents' house, and he left for lunch and left a bucket of thinner open. And I was 1 year old. I was learning to walk, and it looked like I was crawling, and I kind of grabbed the bucket, tried to stand up, and I kind of threw it. The bucket fell on top of me, went to the boiler, and blew up. So my mom heard the noise of the boom, and then the lady that was supposed to be caring for me started shouting because there was fire all over, and there was me in the middle. So my mom came running from the second floor, and she looks into the garage, and I'm walking in fire in the middle. So she ran into the fire, my mom.
You're right, but you're on fire?
I was completely on fire. She ran, hugged me, and then hugged me so she could turn the fire out. Ran to the street. The first car that was moving on the street stopped the car, said, take me to the hospital. And we got into the hospital, and the doctor, as soon as they receive us, they say, okay, your son goes here, you go here. And my mom said, no, I'm going to go with my son. And I was like, no, we have to treat you. And my mom said, treat me of what? She was all burned. She didn't realize she was burned. She was so worried. And I lived in the hospital 6 or 7 months, had several operations, and today I'm in perfect shape. But if you see my face, I'm burned here, my stomach, I'm all burned, my knees. At that moment, I had 83% of my body with third-degree burns.
Wow.
But something that you don't realize, I was so small, I was a baby, that a lot of new skin grow. So in that moment was 80%. Today is probably 15%.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I was very lucky that it was very, very early.
Yeah.
And I got run over by a car when I was 11, and I had all these accidents when I was a kid. Talking about a lot of risk tolerance, I had a lot of risk tolerance.
Yeah.
I was bad in school, had a lot of risk tolerance, but I was always had this certain charm and have a good way to connect with people.
Well, I can sense that for sure. So